Hi everyone, this is my first video on oil and gas industry series. But before going into detail, I just want to ask you a very simple question. Have you ever wondered how oil travels from an underground reservoir to the fuel tank of an aircraft or even your cars? So imagine, I'm just giving you a scenario. You are standing at a port in UAE. A massive crude oil tanker is arriving. Somewhere offshore, like oil has been produced from an oil field, that crude oil has been transported to a terminal, loaded in the vessels, shipped across the world, refined into different products, and eventually turned into fuel that power cars, ships, factories, and entire economies. But here is the interesting part. Who finds it? Who finds the oil? Who produces it? Who transports it? Who stores it? Who trades it? Who refines it? It's the main question. What is the oil and gas industry? So basically, if we just talk about oil and gas industry, it's one of the world largest industries. It's not only just oil and gas; it's a massive chain which includes exploration, seismic surveys, drilling, production, processing, pipelines, storage, terminals, shipping, trading, marine fuels, petrochemicals, a lot of other things. So when someone says I work in oil, it doesn't mean it just related to a simple oil and gas. That mean it's completely different thing. It's a, you can say it's a chain of industries. So we can just divide it into three main industries, which we called it upstream, midstream, and downstream. For example, what is upstream? Upstream, technically, this terminology is used in oil and gas industry, which means finding and producing oil and gas. So upstream is where the journey actually begins, like where the oil or gas has been explored. So once an area look promising, an exploration will maybe drill it commercially recoverable. If commercially recoverable, hydrocarbons are discovered, then the company moves for the drilling. So it's started from the exploring, then discover, drilling, develop, and then produce. So now the second part comes, which we called it midstream, are moving and storing the molecules. So when oil has been produced, explored, then it need to be stored somewhere. It need to be transported somewhere. So this phase including transportation, storage, pipelines, terminal, marine transportation, logistics. So these all industry linked to it in this phase. And the most important one, third one, which we called it downstream, which include refining of that products and make it possible for the end consumers. Means you have to refine it and then you have to sell it. So crude oil is not simply poured into your car. A refinery processes crude oil and separates it into different products that can be gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, LPG, naphtha, fuel oil, petrochemical products. So the refinery essentially converts crude oil into different products that consumer industry can actually use. So downstream is where hydrocarbons become commercial products. This supply chain, like you can say, field to pipeline, the whole chain, then terminal, then you can transport it somewhere, refine it, and then it goes to the end customer. When you talk about the global chain, this involves like the industry is so promising and interesting, where the oil is globally traded commodity and everyone is interested. So a company may produce crude oil in one country, sell it to a trading company, transport it by tanker, refine it by another country, and sell the resulting product into several other markets. So this creates enormous commercial ecosystem, which include buyers, sellers, traders, brokers, ship owners, banks, insurance, inspection companies, port operators, etc. Why I'm focusing on UAE? Because UAE is so important. UAE has several advantages that make it a major energy hub. First, it's a significant oil and gas producer. Secondly, it's a world-class energy infrastructure country. Thirdly, it connects you to the Arabian Gulf, the Strait of Hormuz, and the one most important port, which is the Fujairah one, which is out of the Strait of Hormuz, and that had a lot of infrastructure regarding oil industry, which oil storage, tank terminals, marine services, bunkering, vessel operation, petroleum product trading, logistics. So each and everything is over there, which make the UAE very feasible for, you can say, the oil and gas ecosystem. That's why UAE is more kind of a country which can actually plays a very important role. Initially, it was an OPEC, now it's out of OPEC, but it's a very important state in terms of oil and gas industries. Now, if, for example, we can talk, how does this whole industry work? It's an introductory video. So I will just give you a simple example. Imagine a company A produce crude oil in the UAE. Let's say the crude oil is then transported to a terminal. The terminal stores the cargo. A trading company purchases the cargo. A charter arrange a tanker. The tanker loads the crude. The vessel travel to another country. It refines. A refinery may receive the crude oil. The refinery process it. The refinery produce diesel and jet fuel. It distribute the buyers, the products, each and everything. So each and every product goes to different countries, different markets. One barrel of crude can therefore involve dozens of businesses and hundreds of professionals. Maybe someone need low gravity products, someone need maybe high gravity products. It all involves a lot of companies, a lot of industries, a lot of factories, a lot of professionals. So this is why we called it a chain of industries, not only oil and gas. So collectively, if we can just sum up the whole introductory lecture or vlog, we can just conclude that once you understand the chain, you stop looking at all like that oil is simply a commodity. You start seeing it as a global business network connecting geology, engineering, shipping, finance, geopolitics, and trade. And around the chain, it connects you with different multiple sectors, which include banks, which include inspection companies, which include port, terminals, tankers, bunkers, petrochemicals, different investment networks. So it's a chain of more than, we can say, 20 industries which connect a network that ultimately results to boost your oil and gas sector. So if you are thinking to work in oil and gas sector, you must know which sector is being closely connected to this oil and gas industry. Thank you so much. Stay tuned to my first vlog on the trading, on exploration, and on other sectors which closely related to the oil and gas sector. So stay tuned. See